This news update brought to you by Neil Helton, State Farm Insurance.
Looking for auto insurance that fits your budget? At Neil Helton State Farm, the rates for auto insurance is falling. And for 26 years, Neil and his licensed team, Brittany, Crystal, and Wendy, have been here for you. No gimmicks, just real people you can talk to. Backed by a 100-year company, State Farm. Neil Helton is proud to support local athletics and our community. Call 931-473-1539 for auto coverage you can depend on. Visit them at 807 North Chancery Street or go to neilhelton.com. Neil Helton State Farm.
In the Main Street Journal News, a Warren County murder defendant was taken back into custody last Wednesday morning after his bond was revoked during a court appearance, just weeks before his scheduled trial. Jonathan Lewis McPeak was on the docket for a status hearing when Judge Bart Stanley ordered a drug test after questioning McPeak's behavior in court. McPeak allegedly failed that test, leading the judge to revoke his bond and remand him to jail. Specific substances involved were not disclosed. McPeak was indicted by the Warren County Grand Jury in January of 24 on charges of second-degree murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He is accused of fatally shooting Robert Judkins and wounding Judkins' roommate, Eric Barnes, during an incident on September 18, 2023. Authorities say McPeak and a co-defendant fled the scene and were later arrested in DeKalb County. His jury trial is scheduled to begin February 2nd. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Southern Blue.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Southern Blue, where modern living meets timeless charm. Walk your furry friend in our private dog park, stay active in the fitness room, and enjoy a walkable lifestyle in the heart of downtown McMinnville. Unwind on the patio with friends at Barren Fork Brews right on site. Call 931-507-2583 today. Southern Blue, lofts and townhomes for lease to start your new chapter in style.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Pope is kicking off this brand new week here on your Monday with cold temperatures. This morning feels like we're in the teens, and this afternoon, not that much better. High temperatures way below average, low to mid 30s. The good news is we have plenty of sunshine here on your Monday. We'll keep it cold again tonight, even colder than last night. You'll wake up in the teens for your Tuesday. More sunshine and high temperatures once again in the 30s.
It's time for Simmons Says, the show that brings Warren County the latest news and stories from around the community. Hosted by Jeff Simmons, this program dives into everything from local events to major headlines. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Hello and welcome to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. I want to let you know that we're also on AM 960. We're on the WBMC app. We're on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville, and we are also on Facebook as we speak here on the Simmons Says Show on Monday morning. And I'm trying to get that shared up as I talk, I hope. Connor, how are we doing this morning?
I am good. How are you doing, Jeff?
Doing well.
I was about to say it's
it's
already Wednesday. I'll take that.
Yeah. I'm not doing. I don't feel great at all. But we don't have to get into that. We can lie to everybody and tell you. Hey, what I want to do the very start of the show today is I want to go back. I'm gonna go back to February 4th, 1968, and read you a quote. And I think it's appropriate for today, especially because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I want to talk to it, and this is the quote that I pulled up this morning. We all have the drum major instinct. We all want to be important, to surpass others, to achieve distinction, to lead the parade. And the great issue of life is to harness the drum major instinct. It is a good instinct if you don't distort it and pervert it. Don't give it up. Keep feeling the need for being important. Keep feeling the need for being first. But I want you to be the first in love. I want you to be the first in moral excellence. I want you to be the first in generosity. Dr. Martin Luther King quote to start out today's show here on Monday, which I know that we are federal holiday, and it's a day that we should, I think, take time to remember Dr. King and some of the things that he said. I know that, it seems 2026 now, and some of the things that were very important in Dr. King's life and the things that he fought for. Seems like we're still kind of fighting some of those fights every single day. What do you think, Connor?
I agree. That's one thing to take away. You always hear the quote, those who study history and those who don't.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we don't study enough history, especially when it comes to even more modern history, which the 60s wasn't that long ago.
Yep.
We still feel like we're having to repeat a lot of it. So if we could stop repeating all the bad parts, that'd be pretty sick, be pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody hopefully learns from what we're doing now and aren't doomed to continually repeat it.
It's, look, far be it from probably you or I to ever really speak on the true generational importance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his message and the things that he fought for and the civil rights and all the movements and things that he was able
genuine
to
hardships.
And the hardships that he faced to be able to do what he was able to do and for what he ultimately lost his life for. Is like I said, it's far be it from either one of us to be able to speak on that. But I do know that when I was a younger kid, when I first started learning about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in school, that I was always fascinated by his preachings and what he said. And I remember going back and listening to listening to more and more of them and reading about it and just seeing a lot of it. And I was like, you hear it, you read it, and you say, this makes sense.
Yeah.
And now again too, like I said, you go back and it's just we talk about our historical leaders all the time, and or sometimes we talk about musicians or we talk about this or that, and had they I think you and I were talking about Elvis and Tupac, I think, like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what would it be like if they were still alive right now? Because I think Elvis's birthday, and I think we were talking about it, was like, what would they be like? How would they have reshaped culture? And then I think about, like, on a day like today, like what would Dr. King's message to people be?
Yeah.
In the sense of the times that we're in and the arguments that we have, the situations that we're seeing. I mean, we talked about Minnesota all last week.
Yeah.
Like what would Dr. King think and say about what's going on there? I don't know. I mean, it's on a day like today, I feel like it's a worthy question to ask, even though I can't possibly tell you I know the answer.
With you saying that a lot of what he was saying makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know which spokesperson it would be now, because everybody's got a phone, so everybody thinks they're a spokesperson.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
everybody's an
have.
influencer.
But I feel like it's going to be said, 50, 60 years from now for some of the stuff that's happening, because back then, presidents, senators, people from Mississippi, they were like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's not how the order works. But now you look at it, it's like, they just wanted basic rights.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted.
That is a tremendous point. That is a tremendous point you just made. Was who are we going to be looking at in 50 years from now as the person who might have been the voice of reason, or a voice for change, or a voice for peace, a voice for anything? Who is that going to be? Or who's going to be the person that tips, or hopefully not, who's the person that we remember in a far more drastic and sinister way? I hope that's I truly on a day like today, especially on a day like today, where I don't want to even think or ponder the idea that we tip it the wrong way, and we remember people for escalating this to the point of no return.
Well, and that's something too. I mean, I know they're out of school today.
Yes.
But honestly, this is why it's super important to learn about civil rights movement and everything that led to it. I know that there's some bills in legislature out there that want to try to gloss over some of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to learn that sometimes we were the bad guy sometimes.
Yep.
Like, it's not to make you like feel guilty, but it's like, hey, we just don't want that to happen again.
Let's figure out the way to continue to move forward and past some of the misgivings and the wrongdoings of the past, instead of slipping back into the idea that it could happen again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with that at all.
One of the big turning points for the civil rights movement, or
Mm-hmm.
like what helped kick it off, was the Emmett Till murder.
Yeah.
I was reading an excerpt from a Mississippi history textbook. That's why I keep bringing Mississippi up. They have maybe 3 pages about it.
Yeah.
And describe him as as a man.
Yeah.
Not as a 13-year-old boy. And so painting this stuff in the correct light and not trying to, like I said, make yourself sound better, or not yourself, but the past sound better than it was, is incredibly dangerous, because you're just doomed to end up repeating the thing you're trying to hide.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't disagree. History isn't always about making you feel good. It's about learning from it and not repeating it, says Dwayne Ramsey in the comment section. And I agree with that. Again, too, just want to reiterate the quote that we started off with today. Again, this was from February 4th. It was 1968. It was a speech that you can go and look up. I looked it up this morning and read about it. And I think there's even the sermon that he was preaching that it was pulled out of, if you want to go back and listen to all of that. This was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. saying, "We all have the drum major instinct. We all want to be important, to surpass others, to achieve distinction, to lead the parade. And the great issue of life is to harness the drum major instinct. It is a good instinct if you don't distort it and pervert it. Don't give it up. Keep feeling the need for being important. Keep feeling the need for being first, but I want you to be the first in love. I want you to be the first in moral excellence. I want you to be the first in generosity." I think those are words that are as relevant now as they were when they were spoken nearly 60 years ago. I want to let everybody know we were going to be coming back, and we will have Ron Calbert in the studio here on the Simmons Says Show, and then we will be 2 hours today when we have members of the Warren County High School basketball team. Deshaun Adams and Corbin Felton, seniors, will be joining Danny Fish as we will talk a little bit about Warren County High School basketball in the second hour of the Simmons Says Show today. We'll be back.
Oh, she may be weary.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, Meckmanville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business makes good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
If your organization has a nonprofit event coming up you'd like for us to announce, please submit it in writing by faxing it to 931-473-4149 or email to production@mainstreetmedia.llc. Please submit information 2 weeks prior to the event.
Yeah! Kick it! All right, we are back here on the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I'm your host, Jeff Simmons. We are now going to be joined by Calbert in the studio. Before we do that, we want to make sure and let everybody know that Douglas Lanier is your hometown insurance expert specializing in commercial coverage for agriculture contractors and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. Trust a team that knows hard work, smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier.
Douglas and Lanier.
474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. You know, I've been doing the big and small thing where I've always I was like, yeah, I don't think that I could call K-Ron a small guy on this one.
You'd have to be Shaq.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, no.
Definitely not gonna work.
I was like, I might offend the man, and I don't want to do that. We're in a small studio together. K-Ron, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man?
I'm having a good morning. Hope everybody else out there is having a good morning out there in Warren County. I wanted to start. Let's start with Warren County, the town that shaped you, or the town that has been shaped by you.
I think it's been a little bit of both, Joe.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, as we just pointed out, you are not a small guy, so you are very noticeable anywhere you go.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that being somebody that you've grown up in Warren County, so that helps too. Everybody if you've been here long enough, everybody kind of knows everybody.
Yeah, that is true.
But what was it like growing up in Warren County and becoming K-Ron Calbert?
Man, I think most people know I was raised by my grandmother, but also had a village around me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really, I don't know, just learning the world as I grew up here in Warren County specifically. It started with being in a car ride everywhere. Like, I mean, my grandma, we were always on the road, man, always on the road, going somewhere.
Mm.
And started learning the streets, started to remember certain streets. It's not really the name, but like just, I've been down the street before. This is over there and that's over there. And then it was, okay, people. And then it was, and it's funny, it's crazy. I was talking to my old bus driver's brother.
Yeah.
Her name is Miss Boo. Her name is Tamala, but we called her Miss Boo.
Yeah.
And I remember my first time on the bus, you know, it's written in red letters, "Do not open." And I opened the do not open window. It was the emergency window.
Yeah.
And she told my brother at the time, "Hey, tell him to close that window. He can't open it." You know, so the bus is a staple of my life growing up. So, and then going to Bobby Ray, went to Bobby Ray as a little kid. Went to Bobby Ray. Mr. Walker and his wife, loved them. So, like, you know, starting to learn just certain things about McMinnville and, you know, what's where and what not to do, what to do, and who is this person and what they mean to, you know, McMinnville, you know. That's kind of just like a small of what it was like growing up.
Yep.
And then I had friends that started to notice that I was good at sports. And that kind of, like, you know, shaped the rest of my history here in Warren County.
Yeah, and became a pioneer, basketball, football, and we will get more into that a little bit later on the show. But going back to think about, here would be the question I have, because as I said, you've developed into this larger than life personality in Warren County, and I think everybody loves seeing you. I mean, the moment you walked in the door today, everybody's saying, "Hey, K-Ron's here today." Everybody's coming out, shaking hands, and doing that. But I would say this much: is it still a anger that you still probably have a lot of people that ask you how to pronounce your name and how to spell it?
Honestly, not. Honestly,
are we getting better?
I've taken on this. I guess you could say, like, third identity. Honestly, before my departure in Knoxville, I started to take on KJ. And they were like, "KJ, ain't nobody call you KJ." So I was like, yeah, I mean, it just makes it kind of easier. My AAU coach back before I went to college, he couldn't say my name. He was like, Crojan, Crone, Crojan, how about KJ? I was like, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I started to bring that out before I left to go. Like I said, before my departure in Knoxville, I started to bring that out. And it was just like, all right, they call me KJ, but then I told them, you know, the actual origin around my name and how to pronounce it. If you just take the J and the H, if you make the J and the H silent, K-R-O-N, you might naturally say K-Ron.
K-Ron, yeah.
So that kind of helped break it down for folks.
Well, so give me the origin of the name, because I know I've figured out how to pronounce it a long time ago, but still too I still am. Sometimes I put the apostrophe in it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I capitalize the R. Sometimes I don't. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm making this right every now and then. But what's the origin? What's the behind the name?
So I was named after the Muslim Bible, but I'm not Muslim. I just want people to know that I'm not Muslim. And so the Quran is the Muslim Bible, or also pronounced as the Quran.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I was named. Why I do, but I don't want to stick that. I don't want to stick that on me because it may not be it. But from what I was told, that was why. But anyway,
yeah.
So my dad named me.
Yeah.
And so my mom actually spelled my name. She just got two letters mixed up, the J and the H.
Yeah.
The H is actually supposed to be before the J, but even then, you probably still wouldn't be able to say it.
Yeah.
So it really didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would look at it and say, like, I'm not even trying on that. No, it's yeah. Okay, so that I've never heard the explanation on that. When you said that about the origin, I was like, yeah, I don't know. But it's funny because I give my dad grief about this on Fridays every now and then, was that the common spelling of the name Jeffrey is not Jefffery.
Right.
He just messed it up.
Really?
Now, granted, flipping the R-E, it was R-E-Y is how it's spelled, Jeffrey, if you think about it.
Gotcha.
But how mine spelled it sounds like Jefffery.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he flipped that. But again, granted, I don't have to. Everybody sees Jeffrey either way. They can kind of figure that one out.
Absolutely.
K-Ron might be a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, the apostrophe throws people off.
Yeah.
So it's actually my government, how you actually spell it is capital K, apostrophe, capital R-O-J-H-N.
Okay.
That's my government name. So my family calls me, and please, if you see me, please just don't say this. I'm really being vulnerable here. My family usually calls me Quran, and people who know me or just friends with me or whatever, acquaintances, K-Ron. And that's how I'm able to differentiate who's talking to me if I'm not looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And then if somebody throws out KJ, it's like, oh, I must have met you in Knoxville.
Absolutely.
Hey, we're going to talk about your journey to Knoxville and college football and what you did at that level. When we come back from break, we're going to make sure to thank again Douglas and Lanier, 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. We have more with K-Ron Calbert when we come back on the Simmons Says Show.
Talk Radio, WBMC News is next.
Every farming operation has a story with a past, present, and future. Farm Credit Mid-America wants to get to know your farm story because we're a lending cooperative owned by farmers. And that's why we offer a range of loans and services designed to help farmers grow and prosper. Because we know why no one knows a farmer like a farmer does. Learn more about Farm Credit Mid-America and some of our farmers' stories at fcma.com. Loan subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender.
In the Main Street Journal News, a Warren County murder defendant was taken back into custody last Wednesday morning after his bond was revoked during a court appearance, just weeks before his scheduled trial. Jonathan Lewis McPeak was on the docket for a status hearing when Judge Bart Stanley ordered a drug test after questioning McPeak's behavior in court. McPeak allegedly failed that test, leading the judge to revoke his bond and remand him to jail. Specific substances involved were not disclosed. McPeak was indicted by the Warren County Grand Jury in January of 24 on charges of second-degree murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He is accused of fatally shooting Robert Judkins and wounding Judkins' roommate, Eric Barnes, during an incident on September 18, 2023. Authorities say McPeak and a co-defendant fled the scene and were later arrested in DeKalb County. His jury trial is scheduled to begin February 2nd. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Main Street Media.
I'm Tim Hitchcock, inviting you to join me every Tuesday at 5 for Hey Hey Hitchcock, proudly presented by Farm Credit Mid-America. We're talking everything green, from backyard gardening tips to big ag insights, plus special guests from right here in the nursery capital of the world. Tune in on 97.7 WBMC every Tuesday at 5 or catch us streaming live on Facebook. Also available on YouTube.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobus, kicking off this brand new week here on your Monday with cold temperatures. This morning feels like we're in the teens, and this afternoon, not that much better. High temperatures way below average, low to mid-30s. The good news is we have plenty of sunshine here on your Monday. We'll keep it cold again tonight, even colder than last night. You'll wake up in the teens for your Tuesday. More sunshine and high temperatures once again in the 30s.
Hello and welcome back to the WBMC 97.7 FM. This is the Simmons Says Show. I should have started with the Simmons Says Show on WBMC.
It's okay. It already feels like one of those days.
It is one of those days. I can already tell. That's when I know that I'm definitely not feeling the greatest. Is when I'm like my mind's not syncing up with what I'm trying to say. But I do have K-Ron Calbert on the show. K-Ron, we talked a little bit about growing up in McMinnville and Warren County. Miss Boo on the bus. So you were telling me in the break about some of your teachers early in life that were really, really influential. Who were those first grade young teachers over at Bobby Ray?
I know him as my kindergarten teacher was Mr. McIntosh, big, tall, skinny dude, wore glasses. Yeah. Man, he shaped my Miss Boo, Mr. McIntosh, and Miss Nancy Ray, my first grade teacher. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, you know those three are wonderful people. Miss Nancy, she gave me a spanking. she gave me a spanking. In first grade, she gave me a spanking. I forgot what I did, but I probably deserved it. Mm-hmm. But she gave me a spanking. It was just took her hand, and I'm not mad at her for it. I think it helped me down the road. But anyway, those three really shaped K-Ron to start out with.
I was going to say Troy Jones. I got my paddling when I was a kindergartner at West Elementary from Principal Troy Jones. I was turning my shirt inside out and back regular or in the lunchroom. He goes, "Stop that!" Right. And I did it again. I was like, "Nope."
Did he take you out like in the hallway, or did he take you to the bathroom?
Went to the principal's office.
Oh, the office.
I think if I remember correctly, at West back then, I think it was the cafeteria. It was like really the principal's office was like right at the front of the cafeteria. So it's basically like, "Come with me, Mr. Simmons." And I never did that again. All right. Well, hey, K-Ron, I want to talk a lot about the things that I guess your fame built. And I just got a text message from one coach, Chris Sellens, about a 80-yard football throw. The fame that you built in Warren County started to build around the things that you did on the gridiron.
Right. That's true.
And of course, I know that you went through injuries, but at the end of the day, you were a marvel on the football field. I remember going to your freshman game where you played receiver.
Yeah.
People don't remember. I'm telling you, I was there. If you weren't there, you don't know. I promise you, I was there. 4 catches, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. You were putting up Peerless Price numbers in freshman football.
People look at me and think, no, he didn't. Some people really don't take me serious when I tell them how athletic I actually was. And naturally, my grandmother taught me to always be, humble. So, I let people believe what they want to believe. But, I really could have been a 3-star athlete, baseball, basketball, and football. But, I think my freshman year, my body, I was not always this big. I was probably 6'3", 225. Yeah. And I could do those types of things. So, and I do remember you being on the sideline.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was sitting there like, just throw it to him every single time. I think that was also the time where you came. We were talking about. I think Coach Smith. I think Coach Smith was there, and you were talking after our practice, and you said something. You're like, "Yeah, I'm going to play goal line quarterback." I'm like, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
And then I watched you, and I was like, "Hey, you might be onto something here."
Yeah.
So maybe we should just give him the football and see if he can score it. I mean, four downs inside the 10. He's 6'4", 230. Yeah, I got to think that he might be able to score it.
I'm a Cam Newton-ish.
Yeah, you really was.
Really?
It could have been your path, but then, of course, knee injuries became a story for you early and, unfortunately, often.
Yeah.
But you were able to – your junior year, I mean, I think off-season junior year going into senior year, what was it like going to, I guess, that first camp that put your name on the map across not just the state, but the Southeast?
I mean, I was really nervous as a 16-year-old kid, knowing my injury history. I knew I wasn't going to go to sports off of my brain. Let me just say that. And I hate to say that, but I knew I wasn't going off my brain. I knew McMinnville wasn't really known for sending folks to play college at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
We have had people who have done it.
It had been a while.
I think the story was this has been 30 years since somebody's done this, and it's just amazing to be one of the first after a long time. But it was my first camp was actually Tennessee Tech. Did well there, and after the end of the camp, they were like, "Okay, we're probably gonna give you got a scholarship to come here."
Yep.
Man, I did not want to go anywhere else. I was like, I got a scholarship. I'm going to Tennessee Tech. And at the time, they were actually talking about me actually playing basketball there too.
Yeah.
But football was obviously the main. And I had two coaches, Cameron Bond and I called Coach Thomas.
Yeah.
They took a bunch of us, me, Ethan Stewart, and some other cats that were good here. Anyway, they took us to the camp, and then we went to Good Pasture in Nashville, and that's what ramped up my name a lot.
I was gonna say, was that when Greg Emerson was like the 5-star, not just a top player in Tennessee, like what was like known as one of the 5 to 10 best players in the entire country,
if not number one.
Yeah, and then I think you lined up with some reps on him in that camp, and then all of a sudden, Florida, South Carolina,
Mississippi State.
Yeah, everybody said, "Hey, who's that kid?"
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, in Walt Wells was there as well from Tennessee at the time.
Yep.
Before I walk in the camp, they said, "Who are you?
Yeah.
Where have you been? Where have you been hiding out at?" And I'm just like, "Well, I really haven't been hiding. I've just been injured." They're like, "Go home." I was like, "No, I'm not going home." So anyway, but yeah, no, Greg Emerson, he shout out to Greg too, by the way.
Ended up being teammates.
Ended up being teammates. Was a good ball player. He also had some injury history as well, but I knew nothing about offensive line. Literally, my coach, Coach Thomas, Brandon Thomas, literally was like, "Cameron, this before you go out there, this is what you're supposed to do, and this is how you do it." And it wasn't pretty, but I got it done.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, again, too, kind of hearkening back to pre-knee injury, the ascent that you were kind of on between 7th, 8th, 9th grade. Chris Sullins in the comment section says the most athletic kid I ever coached, jaw-dropping moments in practice would leave us just shaking our heads. I think it was a story that was told to me, and I don't even know if you know the story. I think you went up in 8th grade to a Tennessee-Kentucky all-star game.
Oh yeah, shout out Greg Cotton.
And they said that you walked out into, like, they were having tryouts kind of for like Team Tennessee. And I think that I was told that, I think it was Todd Kelly Sr. might have been coaching that team.
Yeah, he was.
And basically said, that kid's on the team.
Yeah, yeah. And the crazy part about it was I was nervous again about not making it, because we have all the Tennessee kids, try out. Over 500 plus kids try out, and only 50 can make it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the time not knowing that he's already said that. You know what I'm saying? They're making me think. I think Coach Cotton was making me think, K-Ron, you got to go out here and work for it. I mean, and that was my thought process. But, yeah, you're right.
And then you went into the game and had 3 sacks, I think. And, I mean, obviously proved Coach Kelly and Coach Cotton and everybody right that you had exactly what it took to be on that level. It was just a funny story to me was when they came up and said that they said you walked into tryouts. And they basically said that Coach Kelly said, he's on the team, just write his name down.
I did not, and it's funny. It's funny you say that because, like I said, Coach Cotton probably knew that, but I didn't.
Yeah. It was like, hey, man, you're going to have to work out here. So you end up going and playing again on that field in college. What was it like the first time you ran through the tee? Man,
it was honestly, and excuse me if I get a little emotional, that's what people don't know about me, man. Most people know me. I have a big heart. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I have a big heart. And I try to take in the moment for what it is, and very genuine. And so if I feel a lot of emotion at the moment, I'm probably going to let it out. But I had actually torn my ACL my freshman year going into the season, actually fall camp. Fall camp, people don't understand. You're not slowing down fall camp. They're ramping it up. And you're like, wow, dude, the season's like 3 weeks away. We're going to go shells every day. And we're going to go as fast as we can every day, and we're going to hit each other as hard as we can every day. Yeah, that's what's going on during fall camp. So anyway, ended up doing one-on-ones, and it was offense defense run block. Tore my ACL. It was just something minor. It's just somebody just maybe needed to stop after the whistle. But hey, look, it's football, happens. Unfortunately, it happened to me. But so I wanted to run out. This gets me in the story of I wanted to run out of the tee. But I couldn't because I was injured. And they said, no, K-Ron, trust me. You want to get better first before you run out of this tee. You don't want to walk through this tee, nothing like that. You want to get better. So I was really upset. And so my first time was actually, my sophomore year. And it's like it's a movie. I kid you not. If you could think of your favorite football movie and them running out, and especially if you have a sound bar or if you have surround sound, and you're putting yourself in the main character's, eyes, shoes, so to speak, point of view,
sitting in that perspective,
and you're thinking that you're the one running through the stadium, but it's actually Neyland Stadium with 102,000+ folks. It's just unreal. It's almost like you're in a dream, but I'm there. You are in a dream, but I'm there, and it's like unreal. Like every time I ran out of tee, I'd spread my arms and take in the moment, and it just felt so surreal. Like I'm actually here, and it's crazy because this is something that kids dream of, and I'm living it. So.
Man, it's awesome. It was awesome to see you get to go up there. Awesome to see you, as you said, run through the tee, and then you got to play. And then I think that I want to try to remember. It might have been maybe the Florida game that year that you get in. You're in, and now you had played, I think, in a couple of the games before that. But all of a sudden, that's K-Ron Calbert from McMinnville, Tennessee, and I think they put it on the screen. And it got like when you got out and got to your phone after the game, I'm sure. What was the phone like that night?
My phone blew up. My phone blew up because I have folks who are proud of me, and probably because of the person who I am, but also mainly because it's Tennessee. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And but it was amazing, here, my family, friends, people just like, hey, I know that kid. Hey, he's putting on for McMinnville. Hey, he's actually doing it. That felt amazing. And I just want to note, anytime I was in the game, we probably scored. I'm just saying, it just seemed that way. And I'm not the only one who thought that. There's other folks out there who thought the same thing.
I remember those were. You went through some. You were at UT on the Hill at a time where I would say tumultuous would be the word. What coaching staff recruited you?
Butch Jones, but mainly Walt Wells. Shout out Walt Wells. Mainly Walt Wells. Went to bat for me.
You were in the Butch Jones circle, so then you cycled into some Jeremy Pruitt. Yeah, and then at some point maybe caught the tail end, or you got some hype. So you were 3 different coaching staffs in the time over what, a 5-year run?
I was there 2017 to 2021. Technically had, and it's crazy because
You checked your eligibility?
I might have at least one more year.
You might need to look into this.
Have at least one more
we'll
year.
Have an NIL deal out there for you.
Hey, man, they hit nowadays.
I mean, I'm just saying, you might want to make sure.
Hey, Shador Sanders, perfect time. No, for real, though. But so I had like probably 5 coaches technically. And I was going to say, I mean, it was just like when I was in McMinnville, from my freshman year to my senior year, there was coach turnover. And it's just, how do you get comfortable with something like that? But I did because I was comfortable being uncomfortable. I've had 5 coaches, 3 head coaches, and two interim coaches. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you had Brady Hope.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Did they call him Bam Bam?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't honestly. Now that you say that, I maybe heard it a few times, but
you listened to some interesting coaches, man.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're gonna take a break. We might talk a couple of those when we get back off the break here on the Simmons Says Show on WBMC 97.7 FM.
Ready for a new journey? Durham School Services is hiring school bus drivers in McMinnville. Stop by 126 Middle School Drive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for on-the-spot interviews. Bring a friend. Enjoy flexible hours and competitive pay starting at $16 an hour. Want more info? Text JOBS to 63552. That's JOBS to 63552. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
Got a sweet tooth? Oh, Sugar's got the fix. Sip wild, dirty sodas, slurp dreamy milkshakes, and snag $1.99 kid scoops every day. Craving more? Check out our fresh daily baked goods and custom sweet orders made to wow. It's flavor, fun, and a full-on sugar rush. Only at Oh Sugar, where every treat's a party and every visit's a blast. Come get your happy on. Only at Oh Sugar.
With the changing of the seasons, Middle Tennessee is a beautiful place to be. Now is the perfect time to purchase or remodel your home or to buy that boat, camper, or land you've been looking at. This is Matt Ritchie, loan officer at Security Federal, and I'm here to help make these dreams a reality. So whether you're ready to make a big purchase, invest for retirement, or just establish your credit, come see us at Security Federal. We are the local bank with smiling faces, always happy to help you. See why we are known as the friendliest bank in town. Security Federal, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi folks, this is David Mason Simpson with DM Simpson Realtors and Auctioneers. If you're looking for a realtor to list your home, farm, land, or commercial property, we're ready to go to work for you. We'll evaluate your property and then promote it locally, regionally, and nationally. If you've been looking for the service you deserve in the real estate business, call the friendly folks selling Middle Tennessee and beyond at 473-LAND. DM Simpson Realtors and Auctioneers, serving you since 2007.
Enter a world of action, suspense, comedy, and romance at 3-Star Cinema, where the latest stars shine and the perfect movie captivates you. Now showing
David, rated PG. Primate, rated R. 28 years later, The Bone Temple, rated R. Zootopia 2, rated PG. The SpongeBob Movie, rated PG.
Call the 24-hour movie line for showtimes at 473-7600. Experience your hometown movies at 3-Star Cinema.
Busy day? Reddick Brown Ford makes service simple with our pickup and delivery program. That's right. Whether you're at home or at work, we'll come to you, pick up your vehicle, complete your service, and bring it right back. No waiting rooms, no schedule juggling, just convenient, reliable service on your terms. From oil changes to brakes and more, let our team handle the driving so you don't have to. Ready to schedule? Call Amanda at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison or visit reddickbrownford.com to schedule your pickup and delivery today.
WBMC and translator W249DQ McMinnville. WBMC.
All right, welcome back here on the Simmons Says Show on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am Jeff Simmons, your host. I'm here with K-Ron Calbert. We were talking a little bit about your journey in college football, which I always want to reiterate too. You were also at Eastern Kentucky. I know everybody thinks about UT, but you were also at Eastern Kentucky where you wrapped up your playing career. But as we were talking about it in the break, K-Ron, it's I know this is a tough thing to think about, or maybe, and I'm sure you've had this thought process all the time. Was you played around and with and against NFL players now, guys that were suiting up yesterday over the weekend, guys that have played, guys that have won Super Bowls, and I think that in some aspects you would think, or I think right. And I think some of those guys would probably be the first to tell you is on your best day, you were an NFL caliber athlete.
100%.
How do you go about just accepting that wasn't going to end up being ultimately what your life was going to be about? Because I know that has to be. I mean, I think about this. I tell people this all the time. I'm like, I can't imagine. If everybody's like, oh, you're going to go to a pro in something other than football, I'm like, yeah, 99.9% of us are. Yeah. And 99.8% of us don't ever even get close.
Absolutely.
But that other 0.1, beyond the 0.1 that does get to do it, we're really, really close. Absolutely. And you're probably in that 0.1. Like, what is that like?
Well, as I was talking to you about my last doctor's visit with the surgeon, he gave me a choice. He said, Kayron, I'm not saying you can't ever play football ever again, but I'm going to tell you this. I can either use cartilage out of somebody's leg or I can use chicken wire for you to play football. And if you get hurt one more time, you're probably going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Now, granted, probably wouldn't be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, but a good amount of time because my leg is not functional. And it's already not functional. I have to literally pull my leg up in the morning and force it back to me just so I can put my sock on. You know, like so while I sit there and cry, I cried for about a good 20 minutes. They just sit there and let me because they knew what was going on. They knew I was smart enough at this point to realize all the ins and outs of what this man was saying about my leg. It hit me like, wow. This is it. Yeah. This is the end of the tunnel. This is the road. And then, when somebody tells you something like that, what do you do? Yeah. Hey, you could either go and make maybe $100,000 or at max or whatever, or you can live the rest of your life with a functional knee and live a good quality life. What do? Do you chase the money or do you chase the quality of life? And so I chose the quality of life because of my faith. I knew the Lord was going to take care of me.
Yeah. That's I can't imagine just trying to be in that room because, like I said, because it's something that you worked so hard for so long, and in some aspects, I think that you had in the back. I mean, we talked about this when you were in high school, and I think you knew then. I was like, you were, as you said, the Lord blessed you with gifts that others didn't, and I think you wanted to make sure that you use those,
utilize every
ounce of them, and I think you tried that and did that and pushed to it, and I think that. But I always. It's always been fascinating to me because I think I talk about this with guys that want to go play basketball or guys that I always tell people, I'm like, you think it's hard to be the person that didn't make it, that never really was going to have a chance. I was like, think about the people that are one step away.
Literally.
Guys like you. Like another kid another grown man. I shouldn't call him a kid. I've known him since he was a kid, but it's a guy like CJ, who's 0.1 seconds off of a 40 from probably being a guy that's a draft pick and going. You think about it like that, and I'm like, it's tough. It's tough to think of I could have made it to college, or I could have. I was like, think about what it's like to be half a second, a knee being 10 degrees different.
Exactly.
From saying, man, I would have had generational wealth.
Absolutely.
And glory and all the things there. But again, too, Kayron, you've channeled that into coming back home.
Yes.
And being a pillar in the community.
Yes.
How have you been able to shape your life in a different way and find that glory somewhere else?
Man, so going back to before I leave Eastern Kentucky, I consider myself Christian. I feel like I lost my way there for a second. My identity was engraved into football, unfortunately. People know who I am outside of football.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known. I really don't want to be known for football when I die. Whenever people come to my funeral or whatever I have, I don't want people to know me for football. I wanted them to know who K-Ron was. He was literally going to give you the shirt off his back, the last cent in his bank account, to stop and talk to you for however long you needed to make sure that you were okay, that K-Ron actually genuinely cared about you. That's what I wanted to be known for. And so I had gotten to FCA in Eastern Kentucky, and I was going to we were going to our FCA meetings every Monday. Man, they helped me out of a hole that you would not understand. I mean, everybody's had their dark moments, but they helped me out of a huge hole. I mean, my heart was broken, soul was broken, and being around them, they helped me get me back on my feet spiritually, mentally, and physically. Literally helped me. So, shout out to them. But so I started working at Chevy, and I started working at Chevy at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky, and that went well. And for about 6 months, I was good up until I heard that my grandmother had kind of got sick and didn't know if she was going to make it or not. And thank the Lord she did. Yeah. And that's what kind of brought me back home. That's what brought me back home a little earlier than expected. And I got a job at Coffee Bank and Trust. They took me on. They went out on a limb and took me on. And I appreciate them a whole lot. And then I got a girlfriend. I was back home. I got a girlfriend. Yeah. Her name's Allie Simmons. Y'all are not cousins.
Not related.
Yeah, not related, by the way. Allie Simmons and her daughter, Emery Taylor. Two wonderful people, seriously. Love them to death. Allie, if you're watching, I love you. So really, and then everybody asking me, "Hey, K-Ron, you gonna come coach? You gonna come coach?"
Who would possibly have asked these things? Well, I said Chris Terry did say in the comment section. He said nobody's gonna rob Coffee Bank and Trust.
No, please don't try it. Please don't try it.
Don't make him have to do this.
Please don't try it because I don't want to be a hero, but I will be if I have to.
Jay Walker says, "Great young man. I enjoyed calling his games. Our coffee drive-through says such a wonderful young man, very kind and super respectful." Yeah, K-Ron. I mean, that's as you said. You don't want to be known just as a football player, but as the person that you are. Allie Simmons in the comment section says, "My number one fan." Sounds like she might be your number one fan too.
We're both fans of each other.
I don't know. Well, she might. There's the family. I always know that's it. Yeah, but yeah, it's great to see you get to come back into the community and make your effects known in the community. And as you said, just a little bit about FCA. Are you beyond that? Like, there's a church league coming up.
Yeah.
Are you going to be involved in that?
Well, I've played church league softball here recently.
I was out there,
and you were out there, and I appreciate you getting some good shots of us. I'm sorry I couldn't hit a home run for you while you were there, but I did hit one while you weren't there.
Understandable.
I sent it yard. It was beautiful, but it was my first time playing church league softball. And hey, anybody who plays softball or slow pitch, I mean, it's a changeup now. I had to. You can't just go out there and swing it like you think you're going to hit it. Mm-hmm. There's a skill to it. You. To me, anyway, there's a skill to it.
Oh, there's definitely. It's not it's baseball, softball, all that stuff. But yeah, but now I'll tell you this much: strength.
Oh, strength is strength. Once you get a hold of that thing, yeah, people are like.
Barry Wanamaker also said in the comment section that you were always good to him and Jake. So, basketball coming up. Church League basketball is coming up. In fact, I talked to Rachel last week. I think we're going to try to get her on and see if she can come and tell everybody a little bit about because it does sound like we're going to be able to play some basketball.
That's great. Seriously.
I'm assuming, are you might be around peripherally, or are you going to make a celebrity cameo? What's going on there?
I might ref. Everybody knows. Well, if you don't know, I ref basketball.
Oh, I know.
And I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But if you know me, you know I love basketball.
Yeah,
I love basketball. I love football too. And if you don't know, like, I didn't really love football until the tail end of my career. Like I will say, because I had so many injuries with it, and it kind of broke me down mentally. I knew basketball didn't, but football did. But I gained a tremendous love towards the tail end for football, and I'm thankful that I did. But basketball has always been my number one. But so reffing basketball, I enjoy reffing basketball. Love watching kids improve. Love watching them play. Love just them just being out there on the court and chemistry. That's really what it's about, and being a part of something bigger than themselves. But yeah, I'll probably be a ref. I have told folks, if you want me to play on your team, I'm not asking to be on your team. You're gonna have to put me on your team, and I just want to be on the roster in case I have to play. I don't necessarily need to play, but if I have to play, I will. And that reminds me of the second thing, real quick. Danny Fish. I need him to let me know when that alumni game is.
He's probably out in the lobby right
Oh,
now.
really? I need to know when that alumni game is because I will be playing that alumni game. Now, I won't be going, hardcore, but I do want to play in the alumni game. But yeah, church league basketball probably will be reffing some games or a lot of games, but definitely want to be on a roster. So if you want me on your team, put me on a roster.
Yeah. Well, hey, we only got about 30 seconds, so I'm going to let you answer this question from Chris Sullins. Did Adam Wood get a technical? Settle the debate, Mr. Official.
He did, but we didn't shoot free throws. We probably should have did that. However, it kind of got a little haywire there, so things just happened. But he was supposed to get a technical.
The lady the other night got a technical too.
Yeah, she deserved it though. Hey, she deserved it. I mean, really, she did.
I was wondering. In fact, I even asked you at one point. I was like,
is she reffing
is she gonna just ref the whole game? And you were like, I don't know.
Yeah, she deserved it, and I'm glad Scott gave her one because I didn't feel like it was my place to give her a tech because
he was on her the whole time.
I was a new guy and help reffing at the high school level anyway. I was a new guy, so I didn't feel like I should have gave it.
Yeah, well, she was on him the whole time, so I was going to say, like, if somebody was going to give it to him, I was just waiting to see.
She wasn't just on him; she was on all of us.
Oh, that is true. K-Ron, man, we run out of time, but man, I appreciate you. We're going to have you back on a little bit. We might have to bring you on the Sports Authority and let you talk about NIL and college football. Man,
you let me know. I just want to shout out MLK Day too, by the way.
Absolutely appreciate you, K-Ron. We'll be back with the second hour of the Simmons Says Show. Coach Danny Fish and Deshaun Adams and Corbin Felton will be in studio. We'll be back in about 6 minutes.
This news brought to you by McMinnville Moving and Storage.
For more than 60 years, families and businesses across Middle Tennessee have turned to McMinnville Moving and Storage when it's time to move what matters most. From local moves to cross-state journeys, we've built our reputation on reliability, care, and a commitment to our community. We are not just a moving company. We're your neighbors, helping make every transition smooth and stress-free. Wherever life takes you, we'll get you there safely. Visit McMinnvilleMoving.com today. McMinnville Moving and Storage, proudly serving Middle Tennessee for over 6 decades.
In the Main Street Journal news, a Warren County murder defendant was taken back into custody last Wednesday morning after his bond was revoked during a court appearance, just weeks before his scheduled trial. Jonathan Lewis McPeak was on the docket for a status hearing when Judge Bart Stanley ordered a drug test after questioning McPeak's behavior in court. McPeak allegedly failed that test, leading the judge to revoke his bond and remand him to jail. Specific substances involved were not disclosed. McPeak was indicted by the Warren County Grand Jury in January of 24 on charges of second-degree murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He is accused of fatally shooting Robert Judkins and wounding Judkins' roommate, Eric Barnes, during an incident on September 18, 2023. Authorities say McPeak and a co-defendant fled the scene and were later arrested in DeKalb County. His jury trial is scheduled to begin February 2nd. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
Talk Radio WBMC weather is next.
Every farming operation has a story with a past, present, and future. Farm Credit Mid-America wants to get to know your farm story because we're a lending cooperative owned by farmers. And that's why we offer a range of loans and services designed to help farmers grow and prosper. Because we know why no one knows a farmer like a farmer does. Learn more about Farm Credit Mid-America and some of our farmer stories at fcma.com. Loan subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobis kicking off this brand new week here on your Monday with cold temperatures. This morning feels like we're in the teens, and this afternoon, not that much better. High temperatures way below average, low to mid-30s. The good news is we have plenty of sunshine here on your Monday. We'll keep it cold again tonight, even colder than last night. You'll wake up in the teens for your Tuesday. More sunshine and high temperatures once again in the 30s.
My dentist said I had to see an oral and maxillofacial surgeon because my wisdom teeth were impacted. I got them out and had an uneventful recovery.
The pain was becoming unbearable. I didn't know that the roots of wisdom teeth can lengthen and become entangled around the nerves in the lower jaw. My surgery was more complicated, and I had to reschedule my family vacation.
One of my wisdom teeth never came all the way in. In my 30s, it started to hurt. A lot. It was infected. My recovery took a week.
I had a cyst around my impacted wisdom tooth. I was referred to an OMS to have it removed. I was so worried. I wish I would have taken care of this when I was younger.
Some things get better with age. Your wisdom teeth are not one of them. Make an appointment with an oral and maxillofacial surgeon today to evaluate your wisdom teeth. When caring for your wisdom teeth, pain-free does not necessarily mean disease-free. Visit myoms.org to find an OMS near you.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel?
Oh, welcome to the second hour of the Simmons Says Show here on Mondays, where we bring in the coaches, and we bring in the coach, Danny Fish. How you doing, Coach?
Ooh, I like waking up at 8:30 and drinking some coffee, not having to check roll. Reminds me of when I was coaching in college, the good life, right?
Yeah, and then, of course, Deshaun and Corbin were probably looking forward to sleeping in some today, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we'll go do radio instead. Corbin, man, how's it going?
It's good, man. It's good.
You look zoned out already.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Understandable. And Deshaun, how you doing, man?
I'm straight.
Doing good. Bring that mic up to you, Deshaun. Make sure everybody can hear you when you're talking on that one. Yeah, Coach, we talked about this last week. Had a big week, first week of district play, hoping that you would come back this Monday and have a lot of good news, and we're 2-0.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what we wanted to be, right? No matter the struggles to get there, the main thing is the main thing, you know, that we were 2-0, and there's a lot to be said for finding a way to win whenever you don't play your best, I guess. You know, people are going to be prepared for us. People are going come at us with their best game. They're we're wearing the bullseye on their back. So it's a compliment to these guys, and it's a compliment to the rest of our team that find a way, no matter how, just find a way.
Yep. Corbin, well, first I want to say I just saw a picture that was sent to me of you with K-Ron back in about 2018, and it does seem like you've caught him a little bit when it comes to it, but maybe not so much. But what's it like now being the guy that other people look forward to meeting? And like when you were in 2018 and K-Ron was a senior, you're over there at Irvin College, but now you're the guy that like Irvin College kids comes to and see. What's it like being that guy as a Pioneer now?
I mean, you got to be a role model. It's more or less just when people see you, got to act the right way. You can't be messing around doing any of that. You got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like I've heard that before.
It's a theme.
it's a theme. Yeah, and of course too. I mean, this Saturday night we'll have a championship game where some of the you've played in that game before, so I mean you might be able to go and watch some of those kids play. What's it like seeing them, knowing that was you at one point?
I mean, it kind of brings back memories. Just being on the court, like wanting to play in that gym all the time. But I mean, now it's like great, get to go play at home. But then it was just the best thing ever, playing in the high school gym as an elementary player.
Yeah. For both of y'all, who was that guy for y'all when y'all were younger? I mean, was it K-Ron? Was it somebody else that y'all kind of remember going to the Dalton watching younger? Like Deshaun, was there anybody that you kind of remember? Mine was. I go way back. I remember watching. I had his name Dwight Wright play as a Pioneer back in the day, and the Woodsides and something like that. Brett Dowdy's, like guys like that. So I mean, was there anybody that you remember, Deshaun, growing up?
Nah.
No, just in general. Corbin, anybody?
Probably Chance Hobbs.
Chance Hobbs. Okay, well, Irvin Tiger when it comes back to that. So yeah, Coach, what do you think about that? I mean, like that last week's games or Cookeville night, going to Coffee County, or just in general, like the county tournament that's going on at the high school, like the embracing of the brotherhood and showing it off on the court, off the court.
The most, Coffee was great. Guys find a way to win. Cookeville was, kind of one of those games where we kind of got things rolling at the end. But the thing that stands out was these 7 kids that were sitting behind our bench. I stand there at the front of the coach's box. If everybody watches, I never sit down. I stalk, right? And there was these 7 kids standing behind the bench. And, man, they were coming with unbelievable energy. I think somebody, maybe Brent or Jeff, got a picture of them laying on the floor.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to meet those young men on Saturday at the county tournament, and they were some Irvin College guys. And, all the whole game, you could just hear them. It was like, pass the ball to Corbin or pass the ball to Deshaun. He's open. Keaton's open. Oh, there's a dunk. Oh, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It's like when we used to play Nerf basketball in our rooms, and we're emulating Jordan and we're emulating these guys. These guys don't understand how many eyes are watching them. I watched a lot of eyes when watched a lot of players throughout my years of playing basketball and emulated my personalities, my game. Now as a coach, even my coaching styles, I emulate coaches that I respect, and I listen to coaches that I respect. To see that last week, it got me fired up of what we're really doing here. Winning games is one thing. That's great. But servicing our community, putting a product on the floor that our community can be happy about, raising young boys, into young men. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Both of these guys, including the 5 other seniors, I am very confident that after they leave our program, they have tools to go on and to do whatever it is they may want to do, and confidently say that they're going to be successful. They're going to be successful humans.
Yep.
And as well as I do, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. 20 years from now, people are not going to remember your record. They're not going to remember how many points you scored. they're going to remember how you played. They're going to remember how you handled yourself in the good and the bad. And they're going to, know that these 2 guys and know that the 5 other seniors that are great fathers. They're great community members. They're great leaders. And at the end of the day, if that's what my job is and our job as a staff is, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to get the guys some coffee and wake them up. And
too much gaming last night.
And when we come back from break, we're going to let them break down some of the atmospheres of what it's like to play district basketball, both on the road and at home at the Dalt. We will be right back on the Simmons Says Show.
Tax season is a great time to upgrade your ride. At Express Motors, we have a fantastic selection to choose from. We have an easy buy here, pay here financing option, plus exclusive perks like free oil changes, free towing, and discounted repair work. You can drive away today with peace of mind at Express Motors, where we are driven by you. You can also check out our inventory at expressmotorstn.com.
Step inside the cafe at Tree City, McMinnville's coziest hidden gem. Once the lobby of the inn at Tree City, it's now a warm, inviting cafe filled with soft couches, low and high-top tables. The perfect spot to sip, relax, or get some work done with free Wi-Fi. Enjoy locally roasted coffee, espresso, and handcrafted drinks that rival any national coffee shop, but with small-town charm you won't find anywhere else. Come see what everyone's talking about. The cafe at Tree City on Sparta Street in McMinnville. Your perfect spot to sip, study, or just stay a while.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business makes good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
Millions estimate their benefits online, so they can do what they want offline. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
All right, welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am joined by Coach Danny Fish and seniors Corbin Felton and Deshaun Adams. We were talking during the break. Got him a little fired up, so I want to jump on that topic a little bit more. What's the group message like right now as the county tournament goes on, Corbin? Because you're an Irving College Tiger. Mm-hmm. You know, Chance is a Wildcat. Robletto's an Eagle. And there's a lot of Pioneers that were just saying, y'all were just lucky y'all didn't play us. Right, Deshaun?
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
But no, what is it like right now? Because I know that epic Robledo versus Robledo Felton game is still stuff of legends.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's just Yeah, we want our teams to win, but it's not still like a clashing rivalry. It's more or less just talking about when we played. It's not talking about now.
Yeah.
It's just when we played. It's never about playing now.
Yeah, looking about the glory days back there.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, Springsteenish.
Yeah. What about you, Deshaun? I mean, like, do you ever get into it, or you're just like, yeah, we were kind of playing other teams and didn't even know what y'all were doing?
Nah, when they get hyped and start talking about winning, I'll be like, nah, we'll be dropped by 40. It don't matter.
Oh, so you're just over there gaslighting them?
Yeah.
Who's the Centertown representative in the locker room? There's got to be somebody. Medley or somebody?
No.
Isaac Smith,
Yeah.
Medley, you know,
Okay.
there's some Centertown
I was
guys.
thinking somebody from Centertown saying, "Hey, Centertown's going to be. We need a representative."
The young guys.
Yeah,
see Willie. He's
Yeah.
Centertown strong, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was just saying.
You know, we got Aiden Carter and Wesley Romzik and some of those younger guys. I think it's. I seen it the other day. Between those guys. During the county tournament where they were sitting up there. Because Damian Shockley's from Morrison and Balin Brewer. This was one of those years where we had quite a few county guys on the freshman team. I think we only got 2 middle school guys on the freshman team this year with Lane Taylor and Adam Olesic.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them are just county guys. So I'm sure they got a little beef still. That's just a year out.
Yeah. Y'all ever ask him if y'all can all just suit up back in y'all's representative county schools and try to play that game?
I like to stay where I'm at now.
Deshaun's Deshaun, that'd be great for you. Just like, yeah, sure. We'll be the Pioneers. Y'all go back to being the Tigers and the Wildcats. We'll see how that game goes.
Yeah, we should do that. I wonder if that'd be a good fundraiser.
Like a county city game?
Yeah,
between
county
the
city
team?
game between the guys. I don't know. Maybe that's a.
Yeah.
I always look for fundraisers.
Yeah, Dev can ref.
So I get Devin because he's a Tiger, so I get Dev. So I get Dev.
They wasn't Tiger. That was a Saint.
Yeah, they were.
But he turned into a Tiger. So
They were red, white, and blue too. So I mean, that might.
He might be on the middle school.
No.
What would you have? What would y'all? You have you and Reno.
Me, Reno, Carter,
Simpsons.
and Kana, and Maddox.
Yeah,
Maddox.
I get Kane.
Well, yeah, Kane divided loyalties, man.
Kana was the middle school.
Kane was at Urban College longer.
He was
at Urban College longer.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, you ask him where he went. He goes to middle school.
Dom Perez.
I think you tie that into the alumni game. You have the alumni game, but then before it's the city county of the kids game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think,
we got some going here.
Now
I think we got some going here, and they can. Maybe we could get some type of replica jerseys.
Oh,
maybe where you wear home
cities and
yeah.
the McMinnville cities versus the I think now we're looking at something right now, guys. I think y'all should do this 100%.
You can still see there's still a little riff there. But
but when it comes down to it, everybody out there is in the brotherhood. Everybody's wearing the Pioneer gear. Guys, let me ask. Last week you got the ultimate experience. The big home game against Cookeville, the wild road game, which is Coffee County and everything that comes down with that, including the trash talk and the bar stools on Instagram. Which one gets you more hyped up going into the game? Is it going and kind of tearing the hearts out on the road, or getting the home crowd behind you and soaring to a win?
Road.
You're more fired up for the road games?
Yeah.
Corbin?
Yeah, I think it's road. I mean, they're just posting stuff, and it just fuels you more and more.
I just like winning in front of other people's crowds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with it.
It makes them go home sad. So.
Yeah. The job's not done one. That was the one that got me. I was like, I really like that one. Was the one that came out of it. The Kobe was like, hey, job's not done. Just got 2-0, ain't nothing.
Yeah, we and we go on the road this week, both games. I think that we talked about that. A week or so ago about our guys. They still have a chip on their shoulder from last season, an axe to grind per se. Losing, against Lincoln in the district tournament, losing at Shelbyville last year. I think we were up 10 in that game with about 4 minutes left. Don't worry, those will be keys on our board for the week. Because I use anything and everything to motivate, think outside the box. But I don't really have to with these guys as much because they don't forget about it, stuff like that. And I think that, Coffee was one of those this week. Even though we didn't play our best game offensively, These guys kind of knew that, and they kind of locked it in defensively. Like you said on the show or whatnot, I think Wednesday night, we only scored 36, but, man, we only gave up 32.
Yep.
And
I don't know. So you can focus on the things that you didn't do, but you can also focus on the things that you did do, which was you won because you played phenomenal. If you're saying that Coffee County played phenomenal defense, holding a team to 28 in the regulation, I'm like, well, y'all did the same thing.
Yeah, I think that was kind of our own making, though. You know, I look at it like this: you hit 5 more free throws, you hit 2, 3 more shots from the 3-point line, and I mean, you're staring at a 15-point win. You know, so it was good to see our guys rebound on Friday. That was kind of key, more key for me than it was that game, is to see how we would rebound after that game. And I think that, you know, Stella got a groove back about midway through the third quarter of that game. So.
I agree. I would agree with that assessment. Guys, you were there in the district tournament last year when things kind of went haywire for y'all, and it kind of changed the trajectory of what y'all were on this season. How do you fight that mid-game in that Coffee County game where how do you fight off any kind of here we go again type moments with that? Was there ever even a thought of that, or is just you're in the moment and trying to getting past it?
No, you're just in the moment. I mean, you're just trying to battle until you can get something going. But, I mean, it's not really looking back. It's just use what happened to make it better.
Deshaun, any of the things that y'all, any of the lessons learned from last year? Or obviously, y'all spent your entire summer trying to make sure something like that doesn't happen to y'all again, and of course, y'all got the job done. In there, was there anything that you thought in there, or was it just as simple as getting the job done?
No, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just thinking about winning.
Deshaun is just in the moment at all times.
Yeah, he's a man of few words. Except when there's no cameras on him, and then he just talks all the time. You know?
There's no cameras on you now, but they're but they're all listening. On
you know, the guys have matured a lot. You know, they've grown over the past year. I don't think their mental makeup is exactly what it was last year, right? I don't believe that you can get blessings until you're broken. You know, and I think that last year we were riding pretty high on the hog. You know, and maybe didn't have as much humility as we needed. Life has a way of humbling you sometimes when you think that you're bigger than it is, you know, or maybe put the cart in front of the horse a little bit. And I think that these guys, you know, got humbled last year. Myself as a coach got humbled, you know, made us refocus some things that we were doing. Maybe the way that we were going about things towards one another, you know, and because of that, made us grow. You know, I don't believe, you know, growth happens when you're on top of the mountain. I think growth happens when you're in the valley.
Yeah. All right, Coach. I don't think I could say it better. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's kind of get into the nuts and bolts of how y'all were able to get past Coffee County and past Cookeville last week, and what y'all have coming forward this week in district play. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in.
Get ready for Seafood Feast at Captain D's of McMinnville. Listen to these lunch specials. 2-piece fish or chicken, popcorn shrimp or baked fish, all for $7.99. 2-piece catfish dinner for $8.99. Dinner specials, 3-piece fish, chicken, grilled whitefish for $8.99. Fried whitefish, $7.99. And 2 can dine for $14.99. And for the family pack bundle, $29.99. Includes the gallon of tea, 10 fish or chicken, family size appetizer, and 2 side items. Captain D's, Smithville Highway.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. Let me, Sabrina Keaton, help you turn your life goals into accomplishments. Here at Security Federal Savings Bank, we can assist you with buying a car, debt consolidation, purchasing a home, or remodeling your current home. Whatever your needs are, we will keep it simple at Security Federal Savings Bank. We look forward to serving you and building relationships that last generations. Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Business owners, it's a new year, your business is changing, and we want to help. This is Chris Centracchio with the Ben Lomond Connect Managed IT team. We offer custom Wi-Fi and network solutions, asset and inventory tracking, real-time monitoring and alerts, cloud-based security, disaster recovery, online cloud backup, and much more. Schedule a free consultation and let our Ben Lomond Connect Managed IT team develop a custom plan just for you. For more information, call your local Ben Lomond Connect office or go online to benlomondconnect.com and type in the keyword managed.
Come on in and see how good it feels.
You'll always be treated right when you arrive at Ed Rogers Chevrolet with the new Chevrolet Am vehicles, plus a great selection of quality used vehicles. At Ed Rogers Chevrolet, there's also an outstanding service department, proud to be family-owned for over 50 years.
So come on in and see how good it feels.
Get that great feeling of saving money today at Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta and EdRogersChevy.net.
It's time for some more great weekly specials from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. 48-ounce Mayfield Select Ice Cream, just $3.99. Deli Fresh 8-piece fried chicken, $7.99. Fresh 73% lean ground beef family pack, $3.99 a pound. And 2-liter Sundrop Dr. Pepper 7-Up RC Cola and A&W, just $4 for $5. Don't forget about their full-service deli. All these great deals and more from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
Hi folks, this is David Mason Simpson with DM Simpson, Realtors and Auctioneers. If you're looking for a realtor to list your home, farm, land, or commercial property, we're ready to go to work for you. We'll evaluate your property and then promote it locally, regionally, and nationally. If you've been looking for the service you deserve in the real estate business, call the friendly folks selling Middle Tennessee and beyond at 473-LAND. DM Simpson, Realtors and Auctioneers, serving you since 2007.
Welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. We are in our second hour today, which we will be doing every Monday as we're bringing in coaches and talking a little bit about Warren County sports. And with us today, we have Coach Danny Fish along with seniors Corbin Felton and Deshaun Adams. Guys, Coach talked about Stella getting her groove back in the second half of that Cookeville game. What was the moment that you kind of felt like we've turned it the corner in this Cookeville game? We kind of have this one in hand. Was there anything that you saw on the court that you thought, yep, that's it?
Back-to-back dunks we had. I mean, the energy was just, it was on a high. I mean, you see one, you're like, oh, okay, we're ready to go. And then you see another one, it's like, okay, yeah, they're gone. Like, all their energy had just went down.
Deshaun, was that kind of, did you feel the same way, or was there any other moments that you thought that might have been back-breaking for?
I thought it was whenever I was getting my ankle wrapped and Corbin hit a 3, and I'm pretty sure we got the lead or something like that. I think that was it.
Yeah, it was like the first 3 of the quarter.
Yeah. By the way, how is the ankle feeling? Pretty good?
Oh, yeah, straight.
Honestly, you seem like you kind of hobbled off the court, and then I was listening to Jay on the broadcast. He's like, I thought Danny was taking a time out there. I don't know what's going on. I was like, Jay, Deshaun just walked right. I was like, Deshaun just hopped right by you. Made it out there. But no, the back-to-back dunks, which I think Keaton had one on a lob, and then Devin gets one in transition, and then all of a sudden it seemed like y'all were in control. I thought Isaiah had a tough putback, which I don't think he even saw the goal when he shot
backwards, wasn't it?
Yeah. What? When y'all watch that in film or even in real time, you're like, what are you doing type deal? But it's like, it's cool.
Just go with it, right?
Yeah. I watched it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure on that one. But it just was that kind of the mental makeup or the things that y'all had to do in that fourth quarter? Because, I mean, getting Isaiah, who, let's just be honest, isn't one of the biggest guys on the court, going into the paint, going up, getting an offensive rebound, putting it up, is that just kind of the embodiment of the physical play and the effort level that y'all have to put into to win games like that?
Yeah. I thought that him and Christopher were big time, on Friday night. They got into the lane pretty well, going through the third and the fourth quarter. I think that's different in the halves. I thought we attacked a lot more aggressively in the second half than we did in the first half. I thought that the game kind of changed when we made some shots too. I mean, he makes a big shot. Kanan Paris made a big 3, there also. And, if we're able to knock down shots, it opens up the interior a lot for us. Deshaun had a big shot there down the lane too in that kind of run. I watched the game the other day, and the run came, when we had Christopher, we had Isaiah. I think we subbed Corbin in and out, but we had Kanan, we had Whitlock, and we had Deshaun on the floor.
Yeah.
That's when the run started, and that says, the glue guys were glue, right? Bend don't break, but they started that. We had Devin on the bench. He had picked up his third foul early in the third. I think we were giving Reno a quick break, and once those guys knocked some shots down, you saw the interior open up a little bit more.
Yep.
Isaiah and Chris, did a good job of getting in there and driving and kicking. Dev was able to slice in there and get a couple mid-range shots, and then Keaton, kind of getting to the basket. So if those two guys, are able to start working and Deshaun working downhill, it makes it easy for these guys to get open shots. But, it's them knocking down shots almost a prerequisite to being able to do that.
Yeah.
So
chicken and the egg, man.
Yeah. So it's good to see when things start working the way that you draw them up to.
Yeah, guys, Coach is talking about the glue guy aspect of being on the court. Does that something that you take pride in? Is that something that you think about at all, or because your roles kind of bake into what that is? What do you think about that? Because Deshaun, you were, I believe, most improved in the district. Corbin, I believe you were a newcomer in the district last year. You obviously have been honored and rewarded for the input and the things that y'all do to help Warren County basketball. But then sometimes it still seems like those are still roles that you're not going to get the head. You're not going to get the Main Street Journal big picture for the 6.8 rebound game or hitting the big shot that maybe turns the worm on those games. But how do y'all focus on that in a game, or is it even something that even crosses your mind at all? No, just anything about filling gaps or anything like that, or is it just being ready when the time comes?
You just got to be ready whenever your time comes, because you never know.
And of course, too, that was Friday night. You're coming off a game that I'm sure you probably didn't feel like you shot the ball very well.
No, not at all.
In Manchester, how did it feel when that shot did go in?
It felt good. I didn't feel like I shot the best either, but shots still went in. So I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah. And then Coach, just talking about the as you said, the glue guys, how big and impactful it is having guys that understand what their roles are, but also can.
I think that's the difference in our team. I think that's the difference in our team this year. It's okay. There's room for everybody to be good, right, on a team.
That's such a.
There's room for everybody, and the quicker we all learn that, the more we could kind of put that behind us. When we're talking about last year's team versus this year's team, I think that's the big difference, right? Everybody wants to feel valued on a team, and you have to get them to understand that everything has value, right? Your 2 points or your 2 knockdown threes and your 6 assists, that's value.
Yep.
Deshaun, he's had some really good games for us this year, but there's been games where he's went in and he's got 8 points and 9 boards. That's value, man.
Oh, yeah.
That is value, even though that might not be the standard, that they want. I know that Corbin wants to go down and knock down 5 threes in a game like he did at the Cab. I know he wants that every game. And when it happens, let's just keep feeding him,
mm-hmm.
But he also leads us in assists this year. I think Corbin is almost a 3-to-1 assist guy for us this year.
That's huge.
That has value. Okay, so they all have something to do in the game. Today it could be your game. Tomorrow might be your buddy's game. Be happy about both, right? And if we're like that and genuine in that, I believe that we raise our level of play and raise our level of togetherness, and that's what you want out of teams. We always go back to, I'm a big Jordan guy.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan don't win all that without John Paxson and Craig Hodges and, heck, even Bill Cartwright, right?
Yep.
They don't do that. We don't win our games without your Corbin Feltons, your Deshaun Adams, your Chance Whitlocks, your Isaiah Christopher, Kanan Maddox, all the guys, Chance, all the guys that are putting in minutes in those games, even if it's 6 minutes, 1 rebound, or 6 minutes, no shots, no rebounds. You were able to hold, serve, right, and give people rest. And I don't think that some kids and maybe even some coaches see value in that sometimes. Well, what did I do? Well, first of all, you ran the system correctly. Second of all, your guy never scored. Third, you didn't give up anything. So that's what we needed out of those 6 minutes that you were able to give a Corbin a rest or a Deshaun a rest or something like that. Your time will come, right? We live in a society where we have absolutely zero patience, okay? We live in an instant gratification world. And to get guys to buy in, or teams or players to buy into, hey, it will happen for you, that's a hard thing to do, as well as I do. It's hard to get kids to buy into, buddy, your time's not now, okay? And if we can do that, I think that we can start building on that.
Guys, going back into the Coffee County game, do you remember what the message was between regulation and OT? Do y'all remember anything that Coach was focusing on, or the coaching staff was focused on, or even each other, maybe things that y'all were talking about between the regulation and OT?
Well, whenever it happened after regulation, I was like, well, there's another chance. And, I mean, I feel like after getting another chance, it's just like we got to go out and we got to win. Whatever the way is to win, we got to win.
Yeah. Deshaun, anything that you remember that was the focal point going into OT?
Changing the pace of the game.
Trying to speed it up a little bit more.
So we can score more.
Yeah. And, of course, I mean, it ended up being that full-court press that kind of put it away there at the end and getting them into turnover situations and kind of playing the game that y'all wanted. But in those final moments of the fourth quarter, how did you feel like y'all's team executed to get that game into OT, and how do y'all feel like y'all executed in OT?
Definitely defensively. I mean, knowing we're down 4 with 40 seconds left, most teams would just hunch down and give up. But with us, it was like just pressure. We know we can get the ball back.
Yep. Deshaun, same?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I think what y'all just said, I think, is a huge growth for the team, because I think a lot of people start thinking about basketball and they want to think about offensive execution and the things that you have to do. Because, hey, we did this to make this happen. So, there's things you have to do defensively to be a good defensive team basketball player. I mean, Deshaun could be a good defensive player.
Oh, he's a good defensive player.
And he
Corbin
is a good
too.
Yeah, but I was like, but if you're not 5 doing it, it doesn't really matter.
It don't matter. Glove, right? All of us got something to do, and if one person is not doing what they're supposed to do, or not where they're supposed to be, it all falls apart. We hammer that every day in practice, don't we? Being on that midline, don't we, Corbin? But the guys, go back to your question about, hey, what was sandpaper grit, man?
Yeah.
We are made out of this. This is what makes us. Once we got to overtime, this is our shot, relax and let it happen. But sandpaper grit, man, that's what we want, and that's what we talk about all the time. I felt the guys, we went along with that game, I felt the guys, maybe pressed a little bit, which is what most people will try to do, and I thought in that overtime game they took a deep breath, like, okay, let's go, right? I mean, I think we scored, quite a few there, and in those first 2 possessions in overtime, they weren't good possessions either. We had a couple bad shots there at the end of regulation, but at the end of the day, find a way, man. Find a way, and that's a thing that's going to be, it's going to serve them when they get out in the real world. Sometimes you just got to find a way, man. You just got to find a way.
Yep. Courtney Chisholm in the comment section says, Danny Fish for president. And DJ Rowland says that we're going to put the serious questions to the side. So, hey, when we come back from break, we will try to take DJ's advice and push away some of the serious questions and let y'all answer some of the fan questions that are coming in. If you have more questions like that for Corbin and Deshaun, get them in the comment section, or you can call in 473-9383 and ask the guys some questions. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
For more than 60 years, families and businesses across Middle Tennessee have turned to McMinnville Moving and Storage when it's time to move what matters most. From local moves to cross-state journeys, we've built our reputation on reliability, care, and a commitment to our community. We are not just a moving company. We're your neighbors, helping make every transition smooth and stress-free. Wherever life takes you, we'll get you there safely. Visit McMinnvilleMoving.com today. McMinnville Moving and Storage, proudly serving Middle Tennessee for over 6 decades.
Ready for a new journey? Durham School Services is hiring school bus drivers in McMinnville. Stop by 126 Middle School Drive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for on-the-spot interviews. Bring a friend. Enjoy flexible hours and competitive pay starting at $16 an hour. Want more info? Text JOBS to 63552. That's JOBS to 63552. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business make good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply. Come on in and see how good it feels.
You'll always be treated right when you arrive at Ed Rogers Chevrolet with the new Chevrolet and vehicles, plus a great selection of quality used vehicles. At Ed Rogers Chevrolet, there's also an outstanding service department, proud to be family-owned for over 50 years.
So come on in and see how good it feels.
Get that great feeling of saving money today at Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta and EdRogersChevy.net.
It's time for some more great weekly specials from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. 48-ounce Mayfield Select Ice Cream, just $3.99. Deli Fresh 8-piece fried chicken, $7.99. Fresh 73% lean ground beef family pack, $3.99 a pound. And 2-liter Sundrop Dr. Pepper 7-Up RC Cola and A&W, just 4 for $5. Don't forget about their full-service deli. All these great deals and more from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
Talk Radio WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WBMCRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I want to let everybody know that we are joined by Coach Danny Fish and seniors Corbin Felton and Deshaun Adams. And DJ Rowland has asked the serious question. Actually, he said knock the serious questions off. He wants to know who's got the best pregame and postgame music taste on the team. Deshaun, who's the best on the aux cord in the locker room?
I say Reno.
Reno?
Yeah.
Not yourself?
No.
No. What are you listening to?
I'm listening probably the same stuff.
Just whatever. So what's Reno's go-to jam?
Like some underground music.
Oh,
yeah.
Something you're like,
so, yeah, some artists with like 10,000 monthly listeners.
Corbin, your answer on that?
Yeah, it's probably Reno. That's like him and Deshaun is where I get some of my music from. I mean, I get from a bunch of different people.
Okay,
so it's probably Reno.
Oh, okay. So Reno's winning that one. You said somebody else.
Yeah, Evan Carey.
Yeah.
Carey be Toby Keithing it. Should have been a cowboy up in the locker room. I think when he starts getting the aux, these guys kind of tune out. They put their earbuds in, their headphones on.
Yeah.
I think we got a little bit of country, we got a little bit of rap, we got a little bit of rock and roll in our locker room, and
you ever take it over?
All the time, every day during
throwing in?
pregame. Well, usually I'll play their pregame list during during the county tournament the other night. I made Kara play our pool mix that we play, which was nothing but 80s stuff.
She was trying to fight back on that. I was over there at one
Yeah.
point. She's like, "Hey, can I go play this one?" And you're like, "Hey, just play what's going on."
Yeah, but if you come into the weight room, sometimes I'll have the aux, which is, we're going to roll with some Biggie Smalls or some Tupac or some EPMD or some stuff like that when I was in school. Maybe some Rex and Effects, some stuff like that. But I'm pretty versed in my music. I like a lot of different music. If you went out and got into my car today, it'd be some Sturgill Simpson and some Sam Barber and some different stuff like that. So
that's what I was working in the office yesterday when I was working on some stuff. Nikki Reynolds says, "Boys, how do you keep the morale up and keep yourself and the teammates in the right headspace in games when shots aren't falling or you're not getting the calls?"
Good. Yeah, that's the phrase that we've had for the last 2 years. Is doesn't go your way, good. Not hitting shots, good. Just got to deal with it and look past it.
Yep. Anything past that one Deshaun? Or
I just try to encourage and tell them to make it up on defense.
Yeah. Obviously, look, it's in the past now, but was that some of the situation that you probably had to deal with in Manchester? I know that your shot wasn't falling like you would want it to. Was that who was the person that you were relying on to kind of look at and be like, "Hey, help me out," other than yourself? Obviously, you're a confident kid and know that the next one's going to go down, but was there anybody that you really, in those moments, look to?
I always look towards Reno. That's been my guy, but I always got to look on myself on defense. Like, if I'm not scoring, that person I'm guarding, they're not scoring either.
Yeah.
It's just energy on defense. So if I'm not playing good, the person I'm guarding is not going to play good either.
Yeah. And when it comes to not getting calls, y'all just let Nikki handle it? Is that the best way to do that? Because, there's nothing y'all can't say. There's nothing.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's nothing y'all can't say that she's not going to be able to be screaming from the stands anyways. Oh, and Tiffany, too.
Her and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Y'all got to tell Tiffany she's got the radio show. You can't be blowing out the larynx yelling at the refs.
Yeah, Evan's mom, Allison Weiss, she's pretty loud up there too.
Yeah.
But going back to what Corbin said, when people hear us say good, they don't really understand what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we have Tommy Brown come in, One Heartbeat Warrior mental training, and we do that every preseason, and that's one of the things that we've learned in that is if something doesn't go your way, good. Shot don't fall, good. Makes you tougher. Don't focus on that. Focus on how you can make it better. And it's been a big lift for our guys to understand if don't have little boy problems. That's a little boy problem, right? Missing shots, little boy problem. We bring Tommy in every year, and he does an unbelievable job. He coached at Lee. He coached at Bluefield. He coached, 20-plus years in college, so he knows the makeup of athletes, and he does all this training all over the country, mental training, and I think sometimes we forget about that as coaches of mental training. We want to learn the systems. Yeah, we want to do this, but if our guys, our players are not mentally growing, none of that stuff matters. It's not always going to be a good night, and you have to learn how to handle that just like you would if you had a good night. And I believe that that's been one of the things that we've been able to do that's really beneficial, that doesn't happen on the floor.
I like how you put that, the little boy problems when it comes to the things that we often, too often, as either players, coaches, everybody thinks about the missed box out or the one little thing that can go wrong that if you can't get over it, then it's going to take you out of everything.
Control the
that you're
controllables. We've all heard that one, right? We can't. You're a player, you're a coach, or you're a fan, right? You can't be all three. If you're trying to be all three, you're not going to be great in the role that you're supposed to be. These guys are players. Their job is to play, to be as close to their talent level and potential level that night within the scheme that we've created, right? It's our jobs to coach. We can't play. You know, I'm not an official. I try to get calls during the game, or hey, that's an illegal screen because his feet are too far outside of his body, stuff like that. But you know, I can't be the official, and the officials don't like that either, right? The officials don't like for you to try to do their job for them. Took me a long time to learn that as a coach, right? So I try to do my job, and our staff tries to do our job the best as possible as we can. And that's basically trying to keep these guys in a good headspace during the game while still trying to point out some places where we can take advantage of what they're doing and try to get them to understand, what we need to do better. So.
More fan questions coming in. Nikki Reynolds says, "Love how y'all how hype they get for each other. Who's the best hype guy on the court or on the bench, guys?"
To bench, it's Andon Green and Alex Perez.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going crazy on every play.
Yeah, on the court.
I mean, I think it's all of us, but probably Zay. Zay brings the most energy just off the defensive end.
Yeah. Anybody else stand out to you, Deshaun?
Dom.
No. Yeah. What about you? Are you a hype guy?
I think I'm pretty hype.
You're so on the court. You're a pretty big hype guy.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And now DJ's starting. He's trying to start a generation.
I don't even think that's.
Don't start asking that question.
Who's the GOAT? Jordan.
Oh,
Kobe,
this is
LeBron. serious answers only. I mean, mine. I'm saying Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
LeBron.
It's LeBron.
Yeah. They're LeBron.
It's just generational.
They're LeBron guys. It was funny that y'all say that because I sent Andy Green, who is a huge LeBron guy, right? He can tell you every time he's cut his fingernails or something. I sent him something.
He also know every time that he loses his man on defense. And
yeah, I don't think they pay attention.
I didn't see that clip of LeBron losing.
I
his guy
sent
in
him
the
a
corner
TikTok
the other day.
clip last night of 25 famous LeBron flops. Right, and he's still the GOAT, and then I've sent him an emoji that said, "Yeah, fainting GOAT," and they're all good players. Don't get me wrong. I mean, LeBron's probably the greatest athlete. You know, you could probably give that to him. He could probably go out there and play football and be really good at football. Jordan and Kobe is close to identical as it probably could possibly be, I would say, but. They got their game from one another, and I don't think that you have LeBron without those two. But I love basketball, and that's the good thing about it. This next generation that's coming up, they'll have a different opinion about that, and there's a lot of good players in the NBA right now that are really young.
I was just saying, let me ask the younger generation here. I mean, I'm 39. I'm a gigantic Spurs fan. What do y'all think of Wemby?
He'll be a GOAT in 4 years.
You think is he resonating? Because I wonder sometimes.
He's top 10 already.
Yeah.
Ever?
That's
Ever.
That's pushing it.
I think about Wemby. He's a great basketball player. Size matters, right?
It's unbelievable how he shrinks the court.
I think Wemby's it will be based on health, right? Longevity. I think that's the reason why LeBron's in that, is because of longevity. Yep. If you match him and Jordan up same amount of years, not even close, right?
I mean, he's 2 years older than I am, or a year older than I am, and I think about how I have to get momentum to roll out of bed, and that guy's still playing.
Still playing,
minutes
and still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
A lot to be said about longevity in sports. Yeah. And I think that we can sit here and talk about players that, because of their injury status or their, one that I bring up all the time is, Grant Hill was one of the best players that I watched when I was a kid, and his career gets cut short because of injury. Now, give and take, then I'm a huge Duke fan. And watching him get that alley-oop, when I was a kid against Arizona in national championship game where he's outside the backboard and he catches it and he hits a head on the backboard and slams it home, and I still got that Sports Illustrated at home. But you could talk about players where their career was cut short because of that. But I think that, technology and the way the kids train now and the way the NBA guys and, all the sports train now is tailor-made for longevity. Yep. And we don't always like it because we talk about, well, they don't ever play back-to-back or this, that, and the other. And it's a grueling schedule.
Going to see them for 20 years, too.
Yeah, you'll see them for 20 years. I'd say if that wasn't the case, that you would be in the 12, 14 range again, because that was primarily, about that range of play and longevity when we were kids. But, it's fattening their pockets for 20 years, too. So
not the worst thing in the world. All right, guys. Well, we are out of time here on the Simmons Says program. Again, want to let everybody know that the Pioneers will be on the road tomorrow night, going to Lincoln County tomorrow night, Shelbyville on Friday night. You can hear those games on Star 107 with Jay Walker, the voice of the Pioneers, on the call. Guys, best of luck. Job's not done. Job's never finished. And we'll be back with Coach Danny Fish next Monday here on the Simmons Says program, 10 a.m. on Mondays. Guys, thanks so much.
Thanks.